Hey, Anna. Let me just press record. Oh, wait, I'm recording it. Okay, cool. All right. So, super quick, like, overview so that all these words kind of make sense as you're reading it. This is a dystopian story about a society where there are people called Terrans and Tliks. Gan is the main character. He's a teenage boy, and he is a Terran, or like what we would say a human. Tigatoi is his protector, and she's a creature. She's just like a creature that is called a Talik. She works for the government. She's a Talik, and she's a creature. And these people work for the government, and they have to live with humans. They're kind of like their protectors. We learned that that the Talik implant little, it's kind of gross, there's like these little worms, these little grub worms into Terran men only, not women. So like how normally like humans, women have babies, in this society the men have babies so that they can have babies and birth creatures, basically. So we had talked about in class how this is like a gender role reversal. And I think Waddell had said that in this society, like men get to feel the pain of childbirth, which is kind of like a weird thing. So basically Gan he starts getting scared that he's gonna have that, like he's gonna have to have a baby, right? Like his Talik is gonna implant a little thing in him. So as he gets older, he starts getting really nervous, and he sees the pain and he doesn't want to have that pain. So starts getting anxious about, that his protector might put this little worm into him and he has to like have this baby. And he can't really control it either. And he starts like not trusting his protector as much because of it, because he's like, you could really hurt me, but also like you birthed, like we grew up together. It causes conflict between him and his protector. And what happens at the end of the story? Can we have somebody who read it with us? Does Gan shy away from, does Gan let his sister, does Gan sacrifice someone to have the child for him, or does he decide to man up and kind of do it? Who remembers? Yeah, Waddell, what was the compromise at the end?
I think Tagatov will protect Gan again.
Yeah, she'll protect him, right? But does that mean that he's never gonna have the implant?
No.
No. So like Tagatoi promises to protect him always, but that doesn't mean that he'll escape his fate of possibly having to bear a child. And then we also learn a few other details that his dad, Gan's dad, died through childbirth. So he had a child implanted in him. And then it was so intense that like he passed away. So like Gan also gets this trauma coming up, like about having to do that. And then we have this other character, Bram Lomas, who comes up, a man who was infected by the worms, and they have to heal him. So there's a whole scene where they work to like heal him. Okay. So for people who do not have the story, I'm going to put these notes in the chat. I'll copy and paste them. That is like basically the skeleton of the story. There is a ton more that that I would say, in order to answer the questions, you're going to have to read it. But that's the skeleton. So by tomorrow, and specifically that we're getting out a little early of class, you're going to have some time to go in and read what you did not read. And going forward, if you come every day, you will get a read aloud, and you will get notes and be able to do the questions with us. And if you want to watch those on YouTube, you could do that too. I'll leave this up if you're typing it. How many people are typing it and they want me to leave it up? Or you just want to copy and paste it from the chat? Response from anyone? What do you need me to do? Leave it up? Okay, it's in the chat. So I'm guessing I can scroll down. So like if you look at the questions, you can find number one, I would say like toward the beginning. The relationship between the main character and his mom and siblings is very much at the beginning. The relationship between Gan and his protector, beginning of the story. Bram Lomas is toward the middle, that whole scene. Bram and his protector, right? His talik. A talik just means a protector in this society, is the middle. Why do you think I'm having you read this story? That's after you read it. And then really the most important question is going to be number 8. How does this story relate to women and men? Does it symbolize the suffering that women go through and feel when giving childbirth? Is it implying that even childbirth should be left to men because only they can handle the pain? Why or why not? So that's really the biggest discussion we've been having about gender role reversal and like government control. And that is what next week we're going to be doing a writing assignment on one of the bigger themes of the story. All right, so once again, I'm gonna put in the chat because I'm gonna sign off with you guys. I also, really important, I also have office hours, afternoon lab today from 1:30 to 3. So I sent you a link on your emails that has the Zoom for that. So office hours are for like if you need some help, if you don't understand the story, you start reading it, you're like, what is this? You can come to that Zoom. By tomorrow, at, I'm going to say 12:30 p.m. Please have checkpoint 1 questions submitted on Summit. Progress report number 2 is due tomorrow for all classes. So if you are somebody who is behind in another class, please reach out to that teacher because tomorrow progress reports are due again.
I didn't get the link for your other class. The office hours I meant.
The office hours. Here,
Uh-huh.
let me make sure it's all sent. Send. Hold on. Thank you, Shanice, for saying that. Okay, I'm sending it now. All right, did you get it now? Check your email.
No, I didn't get it yet. I didn't get it yet.
Oh, hold on. Let me just see something. Oh, I see why you didn't get it, Shanice. Hold on. All right, now you should get it. Okay.
I got it.
Cool. All right, so with that, please take these extra 15 minutes that we're gonna leave a little early and start reading the story if you have not read the story. If you owe me a few questions, please get those done. And I will circle back around at about 1:30 on that link if you're completely lost in the sauce. All right. Are there any more questions before we go?
Feel better, Miss Christina.
All right, thank you. I will see you guys tomorrow and next week or later. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, Erin.